Edward Snowden? Is he a patriot? Is he a traitor? Did he tell us something that we desperately needed to know? Or is he a false flag operation from the NSA? Is he Emmanuel Goldstein, the pretend rebel whose job it is to attract real rebels so that you can neutralize them, so that you can identify all the real rebels and neutralize them, and all you need is a fake rebel? Is Snowden a fake rebel in that regard? Let me give you a scenario in which it would be plausible to conclude, or plausible at least to suspect, that he is a false flag, that he is a decoy, that he is intended to deceive you. Suppose that the NSA is actually spying on us at a much greater level of intensity than the Snowden documents would tend to indicate. That Snowden spirited away 900,000 pages of documents and they're released piecemeal, and what's released argues that the NSA is spying on all Americans at a certain level of intensity, and we reacted to that with shock and horror, dismay, and boredom, in that order. Ah! I'm being spied upon! Oh, God, I'm being spied upon! I can't believe I'm being spied upon. What's today's news? That's last week's news. I don't give a shit anymore. Last week there was some awful man in the news, and he was terrible, and I had to spit together in unison with all my neighbors and rub blue mud in my belly so that they would know that I'm in the same mob that they're in, but none of us can remember who that guy was or what he did. What if the level of NSA spying is so extreme, so extensive, that it far eclipses anything that went on in East Germany or the Soviet Union? What if the NSA has a dossier 900 pages thick on you? What if every webcam, every internet-connected camera in the world is connected through to the NSA, and they have facial recognition software that enables them to pinpoint your location at all times? They know where you are, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, and what if they know everything and they were afraid of being found out about that level of spying, so they sent Snowden off with a briefcase full of thumb drives to present a false picture of the level of spying, because they knew that the reaction would be shock, horror, dismay, and ultimately boredom. That people would say, oh God, we got to do something about this. You do it sometime. I'll be happy to fund it, maybe. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing. And that literally is what happened, and given that that's what happened, it's not at all implausible to suppose that that's what was intended to happen. That when you find a choir of any sort, when you find a choir singing, look for a choir director. When you see people spitting together in unison, look for the one who started it. When you see people rubbing blue mud in their bellies, look for the one who gains by it. Cui bono? Who gains? Who benefits? Who profits? That's the person who started this seemingly spontaneous event, and the seemingly spontaneous reaction to Snowden could easily be the perfectly predicted praxis of a nation of lazy, fat, stupid adult babies. What will lazy, fat, stupid adult babies do when they discover that they've been enslaved? They'll yawn, scratch, roll over, and go back to sleep.